Hello, I'm Hannah Wallace and welcome to Finextra's Financial Cloud Summit. With me now in the studio, away from the busy event, is Stewart Davies from Temenos. Stewart, lovely to have you in the studio. Thanks for joining us.
Hi Hannah, it's great and looking forward to having the conversation with you.
That's right, and we're talking about the rise of SaaS at the heart of a lot of discussions over the course of the Financial Cloud Summit. But I want to start by looking back because initially banks have been rather slow to move core systems to the cloud. So what I really want to hear about is whether there are the same reservations for SaaS. So let's start there.
Yeah, and I think reservations is absolutely the right word because they need to go about this in a way where they have that confidence and that ability to make the move. So for many of the prospects and the financial institutions that we're talking to, it's still the first time that they're consuming a regulated SaaS service on the public cloud. And so they need to go through that and understanding what that means to them. And so looking at that through a trust mechanism, the way we perform to that is looking at how we make their regulatory obligations, how we look after their data, and how we keep it secure. And so making sure that we can talk to them in the ways that help them achieve their business objectives, but also their regulatory obligations, means that we help to come across and help support them on that journey of trust to overcome those reservations.
That's right. Well, thanks for setting the scene for us there. So tell me, what are the main benefits of SaaS then, and why aren't banks managing it themselves?
Yeah, and I think, as with all things, there's a bundle of things that come across, but I'd say that the ones that come out in most of the conversations is clearly there's a business case, and that's not just a business case now, but because of the way SaaS evergreens over time, it gives you that longevity of the business case. Mm-hmm. We're clearly seeing a rise in ESG, so the move to SaaS and to public cloud allows you to have those benefits of over 95% carbon efficiency, but also understanding the carbon footprint of a payment or of an account. So that helps. The other two areas then is, the first one is about the bank's focus. So rather than focusing on managing infrastructure and networks, which are much nearer the commodity end of the spectrum, actually what it allows them to do is focus on how they bring together different technology, how they do their API orchestration, to understand how they deliver value for the end customer of the bank, whether it's a commercial or a retail customer. And I think the final one then is from a SaaS perspective, because we're delivering the service globally, it's about the benefit of the high watermark of regulation. So what we do for a customer in Singapore or America or Canada or across Europe, we deliver to everyone. So that higher watermark allows our customers to have that benefit, but also means that we can continue to deliver one service to all of our customers.
Well, it certainly sounds like you've got your work cut out for you at Temenos, and really interesting to hear what you're doing in that space. And what I'm also interested to hear about it is who can benefit from SaaS? Who is it for? Is it just for the neo and challenger banks, or is it for the larger banks as well?
Yeah, and I think that's a great discussion topic at the moment. Traditionally, cloud and particularly SaaS has been seen much more in that space of the new entrants because it's easier for them to consume. But actually what we're seeing is a really significant trend in moving through the tiers up to tier 2, tier 1s. Now, not all of those we're expecting to move to SaaS 100% on day one, but what we are seeing is a journey of progressive modernisation. So what they will look at in the tier 1s, and we're dealing with a number of these now, is where they will look at the way in which they migrate a payments business to SaaS, or they migrate an offshore business to SaaS. So it still goes through the group governance. You have to do that trust at a group level, but they're able to use it as a test bed to understand how it fits into their organisation and how culturally they adapt to consuming a SaaS service and delivering that onwards to their customers. So I think that journey of progressive modernisation and that ability to consume it in that way is helping to move it from the neo vendors all the way through the banking system.
All right, that's interesting. So watch this space, it's safe to say. As you say, it is a journey, and looking forward to reflecting on this conversation further down the line and looking at that. So Stuart, thank you so much for sharing your insights. I'll let you get back to the busy event.
Absolutely, thanks very much.